Applebee's has a brand new Big Easy menu. It features all your Bourbon Street favorites in one new menu. Plus a new Bourbon Street chicken and andouille sausage penne starting at just $11.99. With Cajun flavors sure to get your taste buds dancing. Applebee's is bringing Bourbon Street to your street. Make sure to try the Big Easy menu now. Only at Applebee's. Only at Applebee's.
Limited time price, participation, and selection may vary.
On today's Smart 7, Ukraine agrees rare earth deal, Starmer heads to Washington, and much more. It's Thursday, 27th of February, it's Pokemon Day, and happy birthday, Peter Andre.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Ukrainian President Zelensky has confirmed that he will be in Washington on Friday to meet with Donald Trump and sign what Trump described as a very big agreement. Leaked copies of the agreement on rare earths suggest that the US will set up a joint reconstruction investment fund and will support efforts to get security guarantees, but doesn't appear to offer any concrete American assistance. Speaking in Kyiv, President Zelensky says he's still hopeful that the deal is just the start of a bigger conversation with the US.
Of course, this agreement is about economics, but I ask for there to be at least an understanding that we are seeing things the same way, that all of it is part of future security guarantees.
Russia and the United States are due to meet again in Istanbul on Thursday to discuss diplomatic relations between the countries, but not necessarily to discuss Ukraine. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov has preemptively ruled out the idea of Russia agreeing to European or NATO troops serving any kind of peacekeeping roles. He also didn't sound like Russia would be returning any territory to Ukraine.
Some say, well, there were ideas, let's leave the line of contact. This is Russian, this is Ukrainian. Firstly, this will not happen. We have a constitution based on the will of the people.
Donald Trump held his first full cabinet meeting on Wednesday, which featured an opening prayer and a lengthy question and answer session with his favourite reporters. He called America bloated, fat and disgusting, talked about his new scheme to sell gold cards to immigrants for $5 million each, and appeared to suggest that China could use force to take Taiwan. He also had thoughts about the European Union, as he promised to implement 25% tariffs on the trading bloc.
The European Union was formed in order to screw the United States. That's the purpose of it. And they've done a good job of it, but now I'm president.
The meeting also featured the unelected head of the Department of Governmental Efficiency, Elon Musk, who was asked to say a few words. He says his department is looking to cut $1 trillion in waste and fraud before September, even though his results so far have been unimpressive.
We will make mistakes. We won't be perfect. But when we make a mistake, we'll fix it very quickly. So, for example, with USAID, one of the things we accidentally canceled very briefly was Ebola prevention.
Sir Keir Starmer hopped on a plane on Wednesday evening as he headed to the US for his meeting with President Trump. He's got a delicate diplomatic mission ahead of him, but diplomacy wasn't to the fore during Prime Minister's question time in the Commons. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was on the attack over the controversial Chagos Islands deal with Mauritius, which appears to need Donald Trump's approval before it goes ahead. She was keen that the PM shouldn't use the newly increased defence budget to pay for the deal. She also attempted to claim credit for Labour's announcement on increases in defence spending and corresponding cuts in foreign aid.
Over the weekend, I suggested to the Prime Minister that he cut the aid budget, and I'm pleased that he accepted my advice.
You're going to have to let the Leader of the Opposition down gently. She didn't feature in my thinking at all.
Scottish First Minister John Swinney took aim at the far right in Scotland on Wednesday. He's announced a summit which will bring together political leaders and civic society at the beginning of April, with the aim of drawing a line in the sand when it comes to far-right rhetoric. He also specifically called out Reform UK leader Nigel Farage, who he said was an accomplice to the Russian agenda. His remarks come as Reform is showing growth in the polls.
More unites us than divides us. That is often said. Now is the moment to make that real and unite against the rise of the far right. We must all step up. And as First Minister, I will do exactly that.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Liverpool gets some breathing space and tributes to a golden-voiced Irishman. Right after this.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back.
Wednesday saw the first sight of Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari as Formula One testing got underway in Bahrain. He seemed pretty happy with his SF25, the first time he's had a car without a Mercedes engine, and he finished 5th fastest on day one. Wednesday also saw more midweek Premier League action with 5 more games and plenty of big names in action, as Brentford drew with Everton, Man United beat Ipswich, and Man City beat Spurs 1-0. Arsenal drew a blank against Nottingham Forest, but Liverpool won 2-0 against Newcastle, and that opens the gap at the top up to 13 points, but Arne Slot was staying calm.
There's still a long way to go, 10 games, and now in the month March I think we only play 1 Premier League game, and we have the final, of course, international break, and 2 very important games against Paris Saint-Germain, so we're not focused on the long term.
We do love an action movie here on the Smart 7, and if it's an action movie which is written and directed by Gareth Evans, the man behind Gangs of London, and starring Tom Hardy, we'll see you on the couch. Havoc stars Hardy as a bruised cop who has to fight his way through the criminal underworld while also confronting his own demons. It's jam-packed with action, and the cast includes Forrest Whitaker and Timothy Olyphant. It hits Netflix on the 25th of April.
I just came from a crime scene. 9 bodies. I make 1 phone call. You and your friends go down for life. And don't forget, I know what you did. You have no idea what I did.
One of the original presenters on Classic FM died on Wednesday, aged 78. Henry Kelly, whose morning show was on air for 11 years from 1992, was a familiar voice to millions, with his distinctive Irish accent winning him fans and a Sony Radio Award as National Radio Broadcaster of the Year. He was born in Dublin and moved to the UK in 1976 and presented news show The World Tonight before he moved into light entertainment and presented shows including Game for a Laugh. There were tributes from a wide range of people, including Irish Taoiseach Micheál Martin, who praised him for making a huge contribution to journalism and broadcasting in Ireland and the UK. Here he is talking about the iconic game show Going for Gold and how he got the job as host. Rest in peace, Henry.
So I went in and I was given the Going for Gold cards, and I was asked to do one of the slots in the programme. And to be quite honest, and this is not a lie, I thought no more about it. And a few weeks later, I got a phone call to say, the BBC now think that they'd like you to do the programme. I said, what programme? I'd completely forgotten about it.
You've been listening to the Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.